Konnichiwa, minasan. Konnichiwa. And welcome back to Fighting Streamers. How are you swordlings doing? As you can probably hear, I've lost my voice. Unfortunately, because I've been singing a lot recently, and it's taken a little bit on my vocal cords. So, if you're wondering why, that is why. So it's been a while since I last did a live stream. So let's see here. What swordlings are here? Glory-san, Conan-san, Fomi-san, Tosto-san, welcome. Por-san, welcome. Onki-san, okay, so there are some swordlings here. Welcome to the stream. So, just as a little reminder, no webcam. The streams won't be using a webcam until I get a new PC. So until then, I've been trying to figure it out, which is why I've not been streaming, and it just seems that my PC just can't handle any. I had Joachim take a look at it. I've had another friend from high school take a look at it. None of them, they had no idea what the problem was. Some of them said something with the graphics card or something. I don't care. I don't know. So I do. It's gonna be once I get a new computer. So that's that's what's going on. I talked about last time trying to fix it, but it just no. This will have to be for streams for a while. And I want to try to do at least one stream a month. Hello, welcome. Kingu-san, welcome. Speku-san, welcome. And no, I am not Seth Daddy. That is the character, the evil character from the Sephiroth Soul 57 show. That is not me. Anyway, so a few things have happened since I last streamed. As you probably know. Oh, I am feeling good. I am not sick or anything. I am doing quite well. So that's fine, Conan-san. I am okay. I'm working hard on the next big review that is coming out. Hello, Sef-sama. I hope your shirt is open and your chest is getting a nice breeze. Well, I always keep a couple of buttons open on my shirt, so yes, of course. That is the fashion I go for. Also, it's getting very it's been very hot this summer. The weather has been unbearable at times. So I had to remove some pieces of clothing that I usually wear and like to wear because of the weather. So that is one thing that is really annoying. I can't dress however I want because it's too hot. well, that's just how it is, I guess. It's gonna get better soon. We're getting closer and closer to fall, which is actually my favorite season, right next to spring. Oh, Specker-san, arigato for the subscription. Oh, and arigato for the follow. And arigato for all the follows I've gotten since I last streamed. There's been a couple. Now, let's get into some of the topics for today, shall we? As some of you know, if you are subscribed to the Sephiroth Sword 57 Plus channel, there has been some clips uploaded to that channel. And those are clips that I've picked out myself that I think are really interesting or cool. And I've just uploaded them there. And I was not thinking about doing anything else. But for once, which surprised me, is that my brother Dave said that he could do the thumbnails for them. And I said, okay, well, sure, go ahead, but I'm not gonna be paying you. If some of you might know that what happened last time, he was my editor, and I don't want, at the moment, I don't want any editors touching my videos or anything like that. I'm doing everything on my own now, because none of them are trustworthy. But since I wasn't gonna use thumbnails to begin with for those clips, as I thought, go ahead, do what you want with them, and the title as well, which is that channel is not my focus, so you can you can go ahead and do whatever you want. Is what I told him. Oh, arigato for the follow. Do you think you can contact a Japanese editor? That would be very sugoi. The thing is... Oh! Yeah! Womi-san!
Let's lend him some our spirit energy.
Yes! Alright. Arigato for the $10, Womi-san. Very sugoi. And we are now at 100. Wow. You're so hot, Seth. Yes, I had to have the windows open all day and all night because it's so hot. And I had to close it now because, well, since I'm streaming, I don't want any noise. There's a lot of noisy neighbors on the weekends if you have the window open. So I closed it. We don't want any... I can still hear them from outside, but it's not too bad. Haman-san, yokoso. Wakan-san, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yes, you're a little bit late. It's okay. Womi was here on time. Don't worry. Now, yes, like I said, the Sephiroth Sword 57 Plus channel will have Sephiroth Sword 57 clips and sometimes some exclusive stuff that doesn't take away from the main focus on the main channel, which is me making reviews. So that's how that channel will be handled, and I think that's good. There are a lot of swordlings who haven't seen some stuff from the older videos, or they've forgotten. Some people have not been subscribed since the beginning, have not seen everything the channel has to offer. So there's gonna be clips there, whether they're funny or they're cool or interesting. There will be all kinds of clips on there. Maybe some stream clips as well. But yes, that is what's going on. I am also currently working, as some of you swordlings know. At the end of this month will be the celebration of me being on YouTube for 8 years. Yes, it will be my 8th anniversary later this month. So I have a couple of things that I want to do. I will see if I will be able to do. I won't be able to do all of them, but I want to try and do the one that I really want to do. And if it's not possible, then I have a couple of other really sugoi things I want to try out in case this one doesn't work. Yes, 8 years. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Now, I've also been in contact with YouTube because, as some of you know, there are some shady things going on behind the scenes on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you all know what I'm talking about. My channel hasn't grown a lot recently, and I think it's some shady things on YouTube going on. So I prepared a message for them and sent them their way, and I'm currently waiting for their reply. I think I must have been someone is unsubscribing subscribers from my channel. Every time I get, because usually when I get subscribers, it's usually a group of subscribers, either 4, 5, or 6 at the time. It's usually never just one or two subscribers. It's usually a couple. And just a day after, I lose almost the same, if not more, the amount of subscribers that subscribed the day before. Which is very shady. Yes, as you all know, Nintendo is... that is definitely possible. This, considering that the Nintendo has a... I have been making a lot of criticisms, valid criticisms, toward Nintendo. And they probably don't like what I have to say, because it's not making them any money. So they probably want to get rid of me, and I'm not showing up in recommended either. I have checked the analytics. I don't show up. Last time I checked, the last big video review would be the Sonic review, only had 17% in the recommended. Let's go to the San Andreas review, the second. 22% in recommended. That is very low. That is not normal. It should be above 50%. So there's definitely something shady going on behind the scenes. that is there's some kind of evil force that's keeping me from spreading truth here on YouTube. So, well, right now we are on Twitch, which from what I heard is not much better on our website. There just isn't any. I wish there was a better competitor to YouTube, but there just isn't. But I sent them a message, and now I'm waiting. And if they don't reply, then I have to go on Twitter to see what they have to say for themselves. Something needs to happen. I believe there's someone on. There is either. Okay, so there are two possibilities. First one, obviously, what we just talked about, is that Nintendo has contacts and they can do whatever they want. Or the second, which is also which could also be very true, is that there is a Nintendo fanboy working on YouTube who hates my channel and try to mess with me as much as they can without getting caught. Sega does what Nintendo don't. So true. Yes, I'm going to keep making content as I always have. I have a lot of interesting videos coming out that I think a lot of you swordlings are gonna enjoy. And as always, the Sephiroth Sword 57 Plus channel will have some clips coming out. So the idea is there's gonna be 3 clips a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And there's gonna be a mix between either there's gonna be some really cool segment from Q&As. Oh, arigato for the follow. Arigato. Or there's going to be some cool fight scene. Now, those are probably gonna run out because it's very limited. I've had a lot of cool fight scenes, but not all of them can be. Once I uploaded all of them, there is not gonna be anything else. The days of the week you need the biggest boost of spirit energy. Yes, and also I would like to point out, I found it really interesting that the clips on the. Okay, so this is where I think it's very messed up. Now, the clips that are on the videos that are on the Plus channel, if you go and check out, those videos have had a lot of activity on them. They have very good views and just activity in general, likes, comments, and so on. They've had better activity on them than any of my videos on the main channel for the past 3 years. And that is when I knew that something was going on with my main channel. Sometimes my likes disappear. See? That's what I'm talking about. YouTube does these strange things, and I don't think I don't think there is this is some kind of system error or some kind of automatic AI doing this. I think there is someone on YouTube doing something, whether it's an order from the outside or if there's someone at Nintendo or at YouTube who hates me. This is the life of being an objective reviewer with rational thinking. You can't be honest on the internet. There's gonna be people like that all the time, which to me doesn't matter. But when they mess with my content for no reason, that's where I draw the line. Haters and trolls and onis, they can show up as much as they want and say their subjective bad mindset, and I don't care. They can do that. Yes, those are really annoying, but I don't care. I don't take. I usually don't put any effort towards people like that. I don't, because that's what those people want. Another thing that I'm sure some of you swordlings have been wondering about is the Sephiroth Sword 57 Discord server. Now, as most of you know who have been watching, it's gone. And I've tried talking to Discord about it, and they have no idea what happened to it either. It was deleted, even though I didn't do that. So it's gone, and that's it. There isn't much I can do about that. So yes, the server is gone. I am focusing on the main channel, my content right now, and opening up a new server again, implementing the rules, having the channels, do the connection with the Patreon, and it's too much. I don't have time for that. I'm working on content on the main channel, so my art. So I just I don't really care about doing that right now. Maybe for the future, I don't know. My focus is not gonna be on that right now. There are other ways to talk to me or see my content. I have the YouTube community tab to go and check out. If you go to my YouTube channel, there is a community tab where I do posts. Also, if you they also show up on the YouTube homepage when I post something new. Also, there's my Twitter, which you can send me messages to if you want as well. Oh, Mr. Thompson. Welcome. And yes, like I said, I'm working on videos. So, and I'm planning something for the anniversary. So I've been pretty busy. And some of the, I think I mentioned this on the last stream, but some of the old Plus content, the bigger videos, will be uploaded to the Sephiroth Sword 57 channel, the main channel, as some extra videos in between the big videos, just to hold the swordlings over. Like for example, I uploaded the whole playthrough of Last Stream Central, and a lot of swordlings hadn't seen it, which was that was very, not just surprising, but that's very good. I just wanted it to be on somewhere, because the Plus channel is only going to be for shorter short form content that are gonna be short and simple, and it's mostly just for advertising the main channel. But I have a lot of ideas for clips that are gonna be up on the channel. If you Swordlings have any suggestions for clips from older videos that should go up on the PlayStation Sword 57 Plus channel, let me know. You can at me at Twitter or send me a message. Or if you have something right now, let me know. You can message me anywhere, and I'll take a look at it. But yes, that is what's going on with that. Oh, arigato, Momi-san. Very nice. Oh, actually, before we keep going, I'm going to get something to drink real quick. Why are they being so loud? Oh, the neighbors are having a party or something. Oh. What about the fight scene in your GTA video? Oh, good idea. That would be great also for advertising the new video, I think. Oh. Okay. So yes, those are a couple of things. I've gone over the Plus channel, the Discord server, and what is happening for the anniversary. I can't say at the moment because it's that would be spoiling it. But there's a lot of other things. Now I can't speak too much about it, and there's a reason why I haven't uploaded a video since, or a review since the Sonic the Hedgehog review. I have a lot of things beside videos that I've been working on, which that I can't talk about them or reveal what it is. But just so you Swordlings know, I have things coming that are gonna be really sugoi. Todar-san, welcome. Oh, so yes. As always, these streams usually go from around 2 hours long. They're usually not very long, and it's just to make sure, just to keep your Swordlings up with what's going on. I just wished that the webcam was working. Well, apparently it's actually not the webcam that is the problem, but my PC. So the webcam I have 3 different webcams. I bought 2 new ones because I thought the old one was bad, but all 3 of them are working fine. which is very. So now I have a bunch of cameras I can't use. But I guess they will come in handy later. Oh, all right. Yes. So, I'm thinking around one stream a month for now until I. But if everything gets more stable and I'm able to work more efficiently, then I could maybe do 2 streams a month. We will see. But first and foremost, I should be looking into getting a new PC. That is gonna be important. And of course, I'm also saving on the side as much as I can. Oh, Hodar, arigato for the follow. I am also saving a little bit on the side that I might be able to use for a computer. I think your stream is one of the best content, really. Oh, well that's great. It's great that you're enjoying the streams. But yes, those are not the focus for me because streams aren't filling my artist soul. It isn't fulfilling to me to do the streams other than having fun with your swordlings and talking and keeping up with everyone. That's why I am focusing most of my time on the channel and the videos. And I got a as you probably know, I got very inspired to keep working hard after what the unfortunate thing that happened. Well, last month, as we all know, there were some awful things happening in Japan. But it did give me more energy and motivation to keep working hard. Yes, it is quite sad. It is very, very unfortunate. But Japan is gonna be doing fine. It has some great people behind it now, and it's going to be fine. But it's still very unfortunate, and I'm going to keep working hard to bring out great content. Now, there are also a couple of other things that I want to do. Now, I don't know if any of you swordlings have checked out my clothing store in the last month. It's gone. And the reason why is because the store was so bad. The website I used did not work out. because they kept removing stuff and uploading changing stuff around. So I will be my clothing store will be up soon with merch, and also I am working on new designs right now. I have some great designs. I already talked about the Discord. I'm not gonna be making a new Discord server. However, I will say, if any of you swordlings watching the stream right now want to create a swordling server, you can go ahead and do so. You have Snake-san, arigato for the subscription. Ohayo to you as well. I am, yes, if any of you want to create a swordling server and want me to join it, sure, I'll gladly do it. And I approve of it. But I'm not gonna be making a new Discord server and managing it and stuff like that. I don't have time putting effort into that at the moment. Wakan-san, arigato for the subscription. I am halfway through reading Akira, Volume 2. Oh, you're reading the manga. It is really good, right? I remember back in the day, this was must have been around 15 years ago or so. Let me think. Yes, I think so. On our local library, city library, they had the first. I think it was the first. I don't remember how many volumes they had, but they had some volumes of Akira, and they were in really good condition. They were big. They were big. They were pretty big books, and they were hardcover ones as well. So they were really great reading. And if anyone here enjoys the Akira movie, you need to read the manga. But anyway, yes, this Discord server, I'm not gonna be creating a new one. But if anyone else wants to, go ahead. There's also the Sephiroth Sword 57 subreddit, which is not a very active one. But if anyone of you uses Reddit, you can go ahead and follow there. Yes, I agree with Vokan. What happened to Discord? Munu-san, have you not seen the last videos? I made a video about it on the channel. And I also talked about it a little earlier. But to sum it all up, the server was removed for some reason, and I don't know why. Discord themselves didn't even know. They just said it was gone. So there is no Discord server right now. What are you looking forward to? Oh, hold on. Did your old editor delete it? My old editor? I don't think so. I had banned him from the server. He was not there anymore. I don't think he had any kind of access to it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Comment. Let's get back to it. Toda-san, what are you looking forward to the most? Final Fantasy 16 or Sonic Forces? Sonic Forces already came out, and it's been out for a few years now. So I would go with Final Fantasy 16. I am really looking forward to Final Fantasy 16. It's looking great. The combat looks so smooth and so cool. Go and check out the last trailers for it. It looks really sugoi. I wrote the wrong name. My bad. Which name did you mean then? Oh, Sonic Frontiers. Oh, Sonic Frontiers is really looks really amazing. Open world Sonic game where you can run around and jump? Sign me up. I can't wait. Now, comparing those two, that's a very hard... Now, to be fair, Final Fantasy 16 has been hyped up for way longer than Sonic Frontiers. So I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy 16. But I know that Sonic Frontiers, I have to get that on release. Obviously. Made an account to message you, Sef-sama. My daughter and I love your content. Keep it coming. Oh, Boarding Clerk-san. Arigato. Yes, that's really great. It makes me very happy to hear that you two are enjoying my content. There will be more content out soon for you two to watch. So be on the lookout. Arigato for the follow. Frontiers is Breath of the Wild, but actually good. I don't know why you have to mention Breath of the Wild, but it is looking very good. Frontiers might be the future for Sonic games. Could you imagine what kind of stuff they can do in open world environments? And with the movement of Sonic, you could explore everywhere. Been thinking about playing Final Fantasy VI. It's the Pixel Master for mobile / Switch. No, you shouldn't play on Switch at all, but you can play it on PC. I've heard it's really good, and that Square Enix are thinking about releasing it on consoles as well. The picture remaster has been. I have been looking into it, and it is looking really good. The only thing that just baffles me is why is it not out for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5? Come on, Square Enix. Release them for the system they were meant for. The mobile. Oh, I see. Well, you can get it on your phone, definitely. I'm sure that would be great. You just made Square Enix 149 SEK, Chef-sama. That is really sugoi. That's great. By the way, if any of you from Square Enix watching this, any employees from Square Enix, I'll gladly advertise your products for you. So become my sponsor, Square Enix. Ohio Chef-sama, have you heard of the new PlayStation Zera portable system? No? Oh, arigato for the follow. What is this? What is this? Is this a rumor? I don't seem to Oh, arigato for the follow. Kenny-kun, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Have you done a Sonic 06 review, Chef-sama? I have not. I think that is a game that needs it. I've heard so many people. Now, here's the thing. I have been thinking about making a review for that game for a very, very long time. And there's just been other stuff coming up that I wanted to focus on. But the reason why I want to do it is because that game is getting a lot of... people are bashing that game way too hard. Sonic 06 is not a bad game. Now, is it the best Sonic game ever made? No, of course not. It is definitely on the lower end of the lower tier on the Sonic tier list. But it's not a bad game, not even close. And the story is great too. That's why I want to make a video on it. Do you own a Pocket Station? I do. I haven't used one in a long time though. The last time I used one, it should be... So, when I was looking through, I didn't mention it back then, but when I found Last Stream Central on the memory card, it was actually in one of my containers where I have a lot of PlayStation 1 accessories and stuff like that, memory cards, a few games, and I actually have a Pocket Station in there somewhere. It's all thanks to... I'm not gonna say that name out loud, but yes, that absolutely disgusting person on that YouTube channel who keeps and the worst thing is that he has infiltrated just Sonic. There's Sega has actually they're actually sponsoring him and have him in things, even though he's a Sonic hater. What is going on with that? He has just infiltrated Sega, and now that he is promoting their games but he keeps saying they're all bad. Every single time there's a Sonic game, he always says they're bad. I have seen it. Hold on, my soul. Let me calm down a bit. Ever made a Sonic tier list? That would be interesting. I have... Arigato for the follow. I have almost played every Sonic game. All I need to finish Unleashed and some of the games on DS. You don't need to play those games. Unleashed, though, you should absolutely play. That's a great Sonic game. Another underrated one. He played Sonic Adventure and all he did was complain and say it's a bad game. Of course. Of course. And he's a Nintendo fanboy too, right? Disgusting. Should I wait for PS5 Pro or continue the futile hunt for PS5 here in TX? You should definitely, if you find a PlayStation 5, they're so popular right now, so they're hard to get a hold of a PlayStation 5. I understand, but you should definitely get one if you stumble upon one, definitely. And once there is a PlayStation 5 Pro, you should get that as well. Hello, Sef-sama. What is your thoughts on the new... Oh. Dain-san. Arigato for the subscription. Arigato. What is your thought on the new open world Sonic game? I already talked about it. It is looking very sugoi. It's gonna be the future of Sonic games. That's arigato. Arigato. You are very sugoi as well. No problem, but I won't go into details like I did last time. You can go back and see later and see what I had to say in full, if you want to. Oh. But yes, also this stream will also be up on the stream channel I have. For those of you who wants to watch the VOD later, it will probably be up later tonight or tomorrow. But yes, Sonic 06 is something that. Oh, arigato Vomi-san. Arigato. Yes, there is the link to the channel. Sonic 06 is something that is that desperately needs to be talked about. Might be a strange question, but would you buy the Cloud or Sephiroth amiibos? I see what you're setting up right here, Snake-san. That it would be great to have some figures of some of the coolest characters ever made, but at the same time you don't want to spend money and supporting a garbage company? It is a very good question. I would say no, and the reason why is because have you seen those amiibos? Have you seen what they look like? They're so ugly. Now, you can get some, if you go to Ami right now, you can get some very cool and better looking figures right there. So I would say no, don't buy those amiibos. They're not good. They're way too expensive for what you get. It's better to buy something like that. What do I think of Final Fantasy 16? Look, it looks great. It looks absolutely amazing. We all love Sonic, but who is better between Crash and Spyro? I know they're Western games, but in my opinion, they're pretty sugoi. No, they're not. They're both garbage. Awful games. They both died, so I think we all know the reason why. It's because there wasn't anything to do with those games. They were all bad platformers that people have attachment to because they was their first games. But they're not good games. They are very bad games with bad controls. Now, there are some good platformers on the PlayStation. We have Jumping Flash 2. Those are great platform games. And there's many others. Ape Escape, Sarugetsu, great games. And they're also very interesting. You should all play those instead. Another question, if I haven't talked about it, are you going to get the new Terra Final Fantasy VI statue that Square Enix is releasing? I would. I don't have the income to buy stuff like that. I need to focus on. Well, right now I'm focusing on getting a new PC, but also stuff for the channel, games I'm going to review, and stuff like that. So I can't really buy any figurines or statues or anything like that at the moment, but I definitely will in the future. Hello, Seth. I prefer Seth-sama or Seth Sensei, Seth Senpai, or something like that. how are you? I just got banished from the Baka Weatherspoons bar because I didn't bring my ID. I suppose it's good in a way because now I can roast a fat bowl and watch your sugoi stream. I don't know what that means, but arigato for watching the stream. I really like Jumping Flash. Played them for the first time earlier this year. Really? Wow, that's great. They're good, right? Klonoa? Another great PlayStation game? Ape Escape? Yes. All Ape Escape games are great. All 1, 2, and 3. All great. Ape Escape 2000 as well. They're all great games. My favorite is 3, actually. Have you played any games on the WonderSwan? I have. That was a very interesting system. I see that system as the PlayStation Portable 0. It was kind of a predecessor to the PlayStation Portable, wasn't it? In a way. Even though it was obviously not made by Sony, it feels like it. It really feels like it. I have played Final Fantasy on the WonderSwan. I also played a Saga game on WonderSwan. Those were both really fun, classic games, but that was a long time ago now. I think he means a bowl of ramen. Ah, okay, I see. Tetsuya Nomura is such a cool designer. He is. I can't wait for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. All the Final Fantasy stuff they showed, by the way. All the Final Fantasy VII stuff. We're also getting Final Fantasy Crisis Core. A remake. And it looks really good. I've only played the Mega Man game on WonderSwan. Want to play the Klonoa game as well. Yes, it's a cool system. Oh! Gamer-san, arigato for the subscription. 4 months. Actually, it's 5 months. Almost half a year. Kingdom Hearts 4? Absolutely. Recently played Symphony of the Night on the PlayStation 1. Really noticed the jump in quality after Konami ditched Nintendo. Yes, I tried playing those. They started with the prequel to Symphony of the Night, Round of Blood, and that game is great as well. And you can tell, even with Bloodlines, Castlevania, that's also one where they started stepping away from Nintendo, and when they finally could, wow. That's when they started making great games. Oh, Kaku-san, arigato for the subscription. How's sugoi? Six ads I had to watch before I can hear Seth-sama. Yes, the ads, I don't know what's going on, but ads are very strange on Twitch right now. recommend for that, but I can't seem to can't do anything about it. Chef, are there any animes better than Samurai Champloo? I just finished up watching that, and honestly, I just can't see how anything could top it. Oh, there's a couple of things better than that one. I would say Samurai Champloo is really fun. It's a really good anime. But is it better? Is it better than Naruto? Is it better than Fist of the North Star? Is it better than... Well, there's so many other ones that are better than Samurai Champloo. But it's still really good. And it will get to a time... we'll get to a time when you will be able to move on, and you will see, oh wait, there are so many good, and I understand that feeling though, of seeing a really good anime. Oh, Wami-san, arigato for the link. Yes, you can go and check out my Aria of Sorrow video. That one is it's a little bit sad, but I suggest you go and check it out. Bloodstain is great, yes. I agree. Dragon's Dogma 2. Yes, that's gonna be really interesting. Now let's see. Oh, Keisu-san, we're trying to keep it in English here. But I'm not from Stockholm, by the way. But arigato. Oh, Spacer-san. Let's see. Sef-san, why do you think third-party developers who release their games on a poorly performing Switch system later release games on Steam? Are they realizing what a horrible company Nintendo is, and they are treating their partners like slaves? Or do you think they're secretly trying to infiltrate the PC gaming market? And the next Nintendo system would try to compete with PC, Mac, and the PC-98. Now, I would say it depends on the company. There are some, of course, some companies you can trust. Capcom, for example. Now, Capcom released that the Monster Hunter game on Switch because they had to. They were forced to do it because they had an old contract with Nintendo. Now, this is not public knowledge, but it's something I know. And okay, so of course Capcom wanted to release that game anywhere as soon as possible, and that just happens to be PC. But don't worry, it will be coming on a true system later on as well. Don't worry about it. So you can expect to be playing that on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 soon. And so it is with other systems as well. But like you said, there are some other companies that you can't trust. Now, Nintendo from what you can see from Nintendo is that they are not very smart, because most of them are just most of their employees are just filled with nerds, and they don't actually know a lot. They only have some knowledge, that being manipulating their consumers and just creating games that are meant to be sold as just products, because they're not making art, they're just making products. So they could be infiltrating the PC market, but they're so bad at it, so they don't really know what they're how to do it. What are your thoughts about the Cyberpunk 2077 anime made by the Super Sugoi Studio Trigger? I know you don't like the Western game designs, but I think the anime looks really good. I have only seen a little snippet of it, but I don't really know. But since it's made by the Japanese, well, you can expect it to at least be interesting and better than that Western product. But from the looks of it, if you look at that game, even Westerners can't deny that it is a bad, broken, unfinished game. So it's not very hard to make something better than that. But I've not seen anything major from it, so now let's see here. I see. Thank you for shining knowledge to us Westerners on this complicated subject. It is a... I can understand that some people don't really get what's going on with Nintendo. It really depends on the developers. Of course, like I said, companies like Square Enix, Capcom, and Konami are those that we can trust. But when it comes to other smaller studios, they might be forced to work under Nintendo. We don't know. They probably signed contracts because Nintendo is a big company, and it is possible they've been tricked. Why is Square Enix making Western-based games like Forspoken and hiring Baka Gaijins for devs? No, okay, if you haven't seen, Square Enix is getting rid of those IPs, which is great news. They're getting rid of all those Marvel garbage hero games. They're terrible. And they're focusing on true Japanese games. They're actually getting rid of all those Westerners. So, don't worry. They are slowly getting back to making games for us Japanese and Japanese appreciators. So, don't worry. Also, I have some insider knowledge that some of the stuff I can't, because I have some connection with people who are working with Square Enix. Now they are very further down the ladder, so they can't really do much for me in terms of getting in contact with the higher ups and the great artists over at Square Enix, but I do get some information about the company that way. And they said that they're getting rid of all Westerners. So, that's good. Maybe Square Enix finally realized that they should keep making the JRPGs everyone will love to play, which is amazing. No, they always realized that. Here's the thing, when they bought those IPs, those Western IPs, what Square Enix really wanted was to create Japanese versions of those games. But they were forced to have those Western studios working on them. I have a bunch of Westerners work on games. What they really wanted is that, for example, when they bought the Tomb Raider IP, they thought that they could, wow, now we finally have this IP and we can make it better. We can actually make it good. Make a more appealing main character and just make better gameplay. But they were forced to have those Westerners working, so now they're getting rid of it, which is good riddance. By the way, Sef-sama, I haven't seen anyone use the W slur in a long time. I think your videos had an impact. I think so too. There's a lot of videos, lot of people commenting on that video from back then, and I still see comments now and then. Obviously, some people are gonna be against it because they wanna be offensive and they wanna be bad, rude people. So they're gonna keep using it, and there's a couple of those in the comment section, but you can just ignore those. But I do think that that video was important. Some people are baka and cannot be helped. It is true. Some people are just too far. They've just gone too far and they can't be they can't be saved. But then we also have those people that are already fine. They've that's why we have you swordlings here, and you know the truth. You all have a more objective mindset. Now, so I did mention earlier about how there's something strange going on with the channel, and that YouTube is doing some weird stuff. I recommend for those of you who haven't heard what I talk about to go back and listen to it. It is from early on in the stream. You can listen to it later. I talked about the YouTube channel is not it's just not being advertised properly, like every other channel is. Oh, Ragsana, arigato. Yeah, yes, that is my goal with this channel, is to make people aware of the truth and how they can improve their lives with JRPGs and the Japanese culture. Which is why I think it's important for you swordlings that if you haven't, this is something that I think is very important. If you get to the point where you're getting stressed out, or you're getting depressed, or have anxiety, it could be because you haven't played a JRPG in a while. And I suggest that you go and pick up maybe a newly released JRPG, or maybe an older RPG that you haven't experienced yet, and sit down and relax. Get some snacks and something to drink, and just have a great time. And all of that would just go away. It is very good for your mind to sit down and play a JRPG. It's good for your health. Me, for example, I play a lot of JRPGs. A lot. But when I started working, I couldn't really play many games. So I was starting to get depressed because I hadn't played enough JRPGs. So I made an effort to figure out what is the minimum requirement for people to be able to relax and have a great time, is to play a JRPG at least once every third month. Play one JRPG every third month, at least. Have you played the new version of Live Alive? No, I have not. I saw that new game coming out, but I don't want to support it because there's some Westerners that have been tampering with the game, and I am of course gonna get the Japanese version and play through that. But for the Western release, don't play that. For some reason, recently, Westerners have gone out of their way to ruin games. Intentionally, Japanese games, because they're jealous of that the Japanese can make better games than they can. It's something that comes up over and over again. That's why you see so many Westerners that are against Japanese culture. It's because they're jealous, because their culture is inferior. It's the same here too. Those localizers today, they're not like back in the day, back in the 90s, where those that were localizing were people who loved Japanese culture. They lived in Japan and they loved these games and wanted the West to get the same experience. But today it's just a bigger market, and now you get these Westerners who only do localize the games to ruin them, and now they're just jealous. The wrong people. They don't care about the product at all. Ragsan, that's very good to hear. Yes, go and immerse yourself in a JRPG once in a while. It is good for you. And no, it doesn't have to be. Because I know a lot of you don't have the time to play through the longer, great ones, even though you should, definitely. I think now that there's a lot of adults, you should start by playing maybe a shorter game, maybe Final Fantasy 1 on the PlayStation Portable, or the newly released Pixel Remaster if you can. Those are a bit shorter. Of course, they're not as good as the longer ones, but that's because they are they're older games, and older games are shorter. They were the start of the JRPG genre, and they can be a good start to get into the JRPG mindset. What are your thoughts on emulation, Sefsama? Emulation is interesting because it gives PC gamers more games to play. Because as we all know, PCs don't have a lot of games. So anything is just good. How do we discourage the current censorship in anime with all the buyouts happening? Here's the thing. Censorship has been a thing for a long time in anime. And the reason why is because you have seen this a long time ago as well, is that the versions that are aired on TV and the DVD or Blu-ray versions that are released later are different from each other. The TV versions are censored because there are laws that they can't show certain things. You might remember this from, for example, Part 3 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders. They couldn't show Yotaro smoking in that. Not because they couldn't show someone smoking, but because they couldn't show someone underage smoking, because Yotaro is 17. So they had to censor it. But then later, the Blu-ray release, they can uncensor it. And that's a thing that's always been a thing. So don't worry. With the Blu-ray releases, there won't be any censorship. Your IQ will go down 50 if you play Mario games. Yeah, it will definitely go down, I can tell you that. Ranma has always... Yes, that's... the manga was never censored. From my knowledge, at least. I don't know about the anime. I've only watched the Japanese release of the anime, so I don't know what it is anywhere else in the world. But the manga was always uncensored. Speaking of JoJo, what are your hopes about Part 9? How would you do a JoJo arc? That is a good question. I've thought about this. Now, I have not read Part 8 to completion, so I can't talk too much about it. I'm going to have to wait on that one. Sef-sama, why don't people in the West answer the phone by saying hello twice like they do in Japan? I am always forced to hung up because I suspect there might be a yokai demon on the other end. That's a very good question. Now, for those of you who don't know, that's where when you see when you see, you can see this in anime or other mediums, is when Japanese people answer the phone, they say moshi moshi. And the reason why is because, like Space-san saying, is that they did that just to make sure that they weren't a yokai on the other end. Because they wouldn't be answering the phone like that. So that's the reason why. And I have made sure that ever since I've talked to answer the phone and I don't know who it is, I always make sure to say moshi moshi. But yes, to answer your question, we really should, if we don't say, like, we should at least say hello twice, I think. You start by answering the phone with hello, hello, something like that. Who would win in a game of chess, Mario or Sephiroth? That is very obvious, isn't it? Does Mario even know how to play chess? I don't think so. Sephiroth, on the other hand, he would absolutely win. But I think if they would be playing it. Oh, hold on. Oh, my computer is doing. Hold on, my swordlings. There we go. Okay, I had to. This computer is getting really annoying. Anyway, let's get back to, yes, the chess question. So who would win? Well, I guess Sephiroth, but I think Sephiroth. He would rather be playing shogi, wouldn't he? And for those of you who don't know, shogi it's like chess but better. It's what some people like to call Japanese chess. But imagine if you play chess, but it's even more complex and with a lot of more rules and a lot of different moves and such. It's a very complex game and really cool. Yes, yokais can't say hello twice. Be sure to incorporate this in your daily life to not scare away people. Yes, absolutely. Swordlings, yes. Yes, take this advice to heart. The only thing Mario is good at is cleaning toilets after someone has taken a huge dump. Oh, that's really funny. Oh. But if you suspect a friend to have become haunted or even possessed by yokai, there's a sugoi video on how to deal with that. Absolutely, go check that out if you haven't, my swordlings. That video that Vomi posted earlier. Oh, this stream is so sugoi. Smaku-san, arigato. I just looked through PlayStation's awesome summer sale that is going on and was thinking about trying Dragon Ball Z Kakaroto, mostly because I grew up with Dragon Ball. Have you played it? And if so, what do you think about it? I think it's great. It's a really fun, classic, nostalgic trip back to Dragon Ball. I think it is absolutely worth checking out. And they actually add some really cool details to it as well. I suggest checking it out. Especially if since it's on sale. You absolutely should. Do you still think Undertale is a terrible game, Seth? Absolutely, of course. It is awful. It's not even a real JRPG, so it is an insult to JRPGs. Now, I have heard that people wanted me to check out that sequel that came out. That I don't remember what the name is right now. Some people have said that I should check it out. Maybe sometime. I'm just so tired of that Toby Fox. After that first game. If you had to choose between the Akira movie and Ghost in the Shell, which would you pick? Oh, that is a hard question. Now, I personally love both these movies. They are objectively equally good. For me personally, I have had more. I've consumed more Akira than I have Ghost in the Shell. So, on a personal level, I have read the Akira manga and watched the movie. So I think I need to consume more Ghost in the Shell to maybe balance it out. But I will go personally with Akira. I love Japan. Me too. The sequel looks even worse. Really. Undertale, more like Blunderfail. Undertale was hugely overrated. I mean, come on. The graphics were even worse than Minecraft. Absolutely. Have you seen it? Have you seen the graphics in Undertale? I don't know if any of you swordlings have played that game, but it looks awful. I would rather play an old Nintendo game than Undertale. That's how bad it is. And I wouldn't even play a Nintendo game. any Western cartoon that you like, or are they all terrible? Now, before I discovered Japanese culture, I did see some Western cartoons when I was smaller and younger. And at the time, I can't think of any specific right now that I really liked, but at the time, I was just a child and didn't know better. So I watched whatever was on TV and such. And I realized that I didn't really enjoy any of it later on. Once I get to see, because I went back and watched some old animes from when I was younger, and I realized, wow, this is all great. And I realized I didn't really enjoy any of those cartoons, Western cartoons. I just didn't know better. I was too young, and I didn't understand Japanese culture. But it's thanks to Naruto and Final Fantasy VII that I now appreciate Japanese culture. Oh, arigato for the follow. Kraku-san, oh, arigato for watching the stream. Have a good night, evening, morning, or day. But just to sum it up, no, there aren't any good Western cartoons because they're all made for children, for small children, and children they don't know what's good. Arigato for the follow. So the creators don't have to try. They just make whatever makes them money to keep children's eyes glued to the TV. Which is easy. Just make a bunch of movement and colors, and there you go. They don't need to put in any effort at all. Now this has some really good. Your swordlings all have some really good questions today. How long are you streaming tonight, Sef-sama? It is getting a bit late here in Sweden, as you know, but don't want to miss any important question and information. I will be live for a little bit longer, but I will be alive for 12 minutes. And then I'm gonna have to end the stream. These streams are about up to 2 hours long because it's just a quick little hangout stream where I share some information, answer a couple of questions. And that's about it. I don't have anything planned for these streams, so they don't go any longer than this. Thoughts on the internet meme, Big Shungus? I've only heard the name, seen the name, but I don't know what it is. I don't really keep up with Western memes. I only follow Nico Nico memes. If there was no Sonic, who would make a better Sega mascot? Alex Kidd or Ristar? Ristar is probably the one that would be the current Sega mascot. Now, for those of you who don't know, that was actually one of the mascots planned for to be one of the mascots that Nintendo won over. Or not Nintendo. Sonic won over. Of course, in the end, Nintendo ruined everything. So I guess in the end they won in a way. At least that's how they like to see it. But they had a couple. Alex Kidd was Sega's old mascot on the Master System and the beginning of the Sega Mega Drive. Then I better ask you now while I still have the chance. I'm going shopping tomorrow and would like help making my mind up whether dinner should be gyoza or Nissin ramen. Oh, now ramen is very good, but gyoza, you should definitely be considering that, Wami-san. Nissin ramen you can have. I usually go for Nissin ramen whenever I haven't cooked a meal like gyoza or some other Japanese meals. So I would suggest some gyoza. Go for that. Niki Doga. Nico Doga. Yes. Any thoughts on Gachimushi? Yes, I have seen. I remember it was a long time ago, but I used to watch clips on there. They were pretty funny. It reminded me of Hadoge. Do any of you swordlings know about Hadoge? He is really funny. I suggest checking out. There's some clips on YouTube with Hadoge. He's really fun. Classic Japanese comedian. And just to round it off for the night with one last question. What awesome game are you playing at the moment, Seth-sama? It is perfect that you ask it right now. Oh. Hold on. The music you hear right now is from the game Tokyo Xanadu, and that is the game I am currently playing right now. Tokyo Xanadu for the PlayStation 4. It is a really fun game. A really great JRPG action game. Yes, it is a game by Neon Falcon. I suggest you go and check out the game. I can spell it out for you swordlings, since I am playing it and I am and I'm recommending it to you swordlings. Have you heard of the anime Bible Brack? I have. Yes, like Vomi just sent you a link there. But yes, do you Swordlings have any more questions before we wrap up the stream? I am currently, just to give you one last reminder, I am currently working on the next review and some other videos that are coming out. What are your thoughts on Balan Wonderworld and Yuji Naka's falling out with Square Enix? I have never heard of this. Oh, arigato for the follow. Now, the game itself I have not played yet, but I haven't heard about that at all. I need to look into that. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Well, I will be doing my research and look into that. Do you have an estimate to when the next video will be released, or do you prefer to not rush perfection? I will say there will be a review out this month, and there will also be a anniversary video out this month. So those will be videos that are coming out this month at least. At the least, those are the two ones that are coming out. But I have other things planned as well. Looking back at your first video review of Chrono Trigger and comparing it to your current videos, are you feeling that you have evolved with your video making and storytelling? I sure think so. Yes, of course, I have. And I actually have, I'm not going to spoil it, but the next review will be tackling that topic that you just, that your question just, that you just asked. So, look forward to that. Now, I still can't believe the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Passed away. Did they find out what happened to him? No, they don't know. All they know that he went alone to that he was on a little trip, and they found him. They found his body in the water. We don't really know what happened or who murdered him, but that's what is very sad. And I hope they get the criminal soon. But anyway, my swordlings, we are reaching the end of the stream. And well, arigato for hanging out today. And arigato for all the subscriptions, all the donations and such, and all the follows and all the questions I've gotten this stream. Arigato so much, and look forward to the next videos coming this month. Now, I wish you swordlings a good night, evening, morning, or day, and I will see you on the next Fighting Streamers. Moshi Mosh!